Howdy folks, it's Untitled here, and welcome back to MSFS Flight Simulator 2020. And since the bush trips, I was thinking bush flights, bush trips. Since the bush, I did it again, since the bush trips are currently on hold due to a bug that will not let you continue, I decided we might as well knock out the rest of the discovery flights. We have 5 left, so I'm going to split it into 2 videos maybe. Probably 2 videos, so we'll do 3 in this video and then 2 in the next video, and then that'll wrap up the discovery flights until the next update, which I believe the Game of the Year update is the next one, which might also be Sim Update 7, I think. I don't know. You watching this in the future know if I'm right or wrong. That's what I think at the time of this recording, and I believe they said they're adding more of these, like with each update. So we'll do the 5 we have left for now. That'll catch us up with Sim Update 6. And then we'll, excuse me, I was singing in the car last night really loudly. So my voice is still kind of rough. Anyway, I was by myself, which is rare to be by myself. So I cranked up the radio, sang to a bunch of Bowling for Soup, Bloodhound Gang, all that stuff. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, so we're going to wrap this up for now to catch us up. Alrighty, so we are going to Vercors and Ecrins parks. I don't know anything about this place other than it's in France. So let's go. Alright, those of you wondering about my musical choices, my favorite musical choice genre is abrasive, modern, classical piano music. That's my musical choice, but on the car. You can't listen to classical music in the car because then I listen to the music, don't pay attention. So I listen to like power pop and punk pop or whatever they call college rock, whatever they call that stuff these days. I'm late to the game. I'm like 20 years behind in my music choices. Alrighty, here we go. Hopefully my voice will last. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a long couple videos here. Located in the southeastern France, nestled into Dauphiné Alps, I think, lies a massive living testament to the beauty that is Earth's force can create. See, sometimes Earth is capitalized, sometimes it's not. I have to look into that. Because it's right both ways. It's correct both ways depending on context, I think. If you're using it as a proper noun or just a noun. Vercors Regional Park and Ecrins National Park. The region is composed of a mesmerizing... Oh my gosh. You think I'd be able to read, right? I've read thousands of books of my kids over the years. And I can't even read this, right? My last video, same thing. I couldn't read this stuff. The region is composed of a mesmerizing array of high peaks and glaciers, deeply incised valleys, alpine lakes, and carpets of forest. I know I have a hard time reading because of my microphone placement. I'm trying to like crane my head so I don't peak my microphone while I read. Spectacular from the ground. Hey, there's my voice. Spectacular from the ground. Experiencing this region's mosaic of nature from the air is breathtaking. You can fly among 150 peaks that rise to are more than 10,000 feet above sea level, soar over miles of glacial ice, and peer down at the wealth of flora on display. So, 150 peaks. We're not going to go over 150 peaks. Those of you who have not done a discovery flight with me before, let me take off in the air. We don't land anywhere. We just fly around for 10, 12, 13 minutes. See what we can see in that time. If you're more interested, you can go in the simulator yourself or request me to fly again in more detail. But that's it. Super easy, extremely casual, 85% realistic. That's how we do these discovery flights. This is our first of 3 in this video. Long introduction. Let's get going. Alright, and like always, you start outside of the aircraft, but we're sinking rapidly here. Let's get everything reset. There we go. Alright. Looks like we're starting with Mont Agile or something. We do most of the flying within the cockpit just for immersion, but every once in a while we'll hop outside and have a peek, especially if it's for like a screenshot like this, for example. Oh, it's in drone mode. That's why I was losing control of my aircraft. My drone controls are on my yoke and pedals, so I cannot use the drone while I fly unless I'm using autopilot of some sort. Alrighty. There we go. Let's hop inside now. There, here's the immersion. So that's a wider peak. That mounts Gile. So then what I'll do is I'll take these POI names and Google them later. Just do some research outside of the sim. But what is this button? There we go. But anyway, we're just going to fly around. How fast are we going? How slow are we going? Let's get some speed going. Holy cow, we're going to stall out here without flaps. So 150 peaks. And then a bunch of valleys. I like that town down there in the middle of your screen. Oh, there's a POI over there. Should we head in that direction? See what it has to say? There's a POI in front of us too. It's set so that it only tells you, well, by default, the POI labels are only set to tell you what they are if they're in the middle of your screen. I, though, have turned them all on all the time. However, we're so far away, it's not going to tell us, so we get a little bit closer. But it'll tell us in a minute. Alright, let's do the rare hop outside. Ooh, that looks nice. And check out all those villages down there. I guess we could use autopilot the heading bug and use the drone. Nah, this is fine. This will be fine. Taking some possible thumbnail shots here. Alright, there you go. Notre Dame de la... Oh, that's the airport. In the middle of your screen. $14.99. On sale today. Just go. I better be careful. No. That's just... That was going to be a joke, but people might think it's on sale in the marketplace. It's not. I just being silly. Alright, there's some water down there. It's not going to tell us what it is, though. It's a river of some sort. We'll have to hop outside. Ooh, look at that bridge over there, like that viaduct and stuff. I guess it's just a bridge. Saving my progress. So this area is so vast, it seems like we're not really going anywhere, but we're doing 128 knots. There's a highway down there, too. Sometimes what we'll do... There you go. Lake Montenod Avenone, I think. So it's a lake. River leading out of the lake. Occasionally, which is super rare, we will take out the drone and fly down below. But I try not to do that because of the immersion. I was going to comment on the scenery. It looks awesome and spectacular here. Those mountains in the distance look too painting-like for me, but better than any other simulator we've had. So I shouldn't complain too much. It reminds me of the joke that I created back in, I don't know, not really a joke, but like mid-2000s. I'm like, my email signature, back when email was like the cool, nerdy kids at email, it said, 10 years ago, wow, my computer can do that currently. How come my computer can't do that? And that's how I feel of the simulator, right? Like, wow, look at the scenery, but now I'm like, why does that look like a painting? It doesn't look very realistic. So, anyway. Hope you understand where we're going now. Going with that. Right, big highway, let's hop outside briefly. Whoops, I really want to see that town, so let's go to drone mode very quickly while the airplane does its own thing. There's that village. There's that village. Alright, hop back inside. You control the aircraft again. See, it wasn't turned very well. We'll fly this way a little bit, and after a few more minutes, we'll just hop to the next discovery flight. And I know I talk a lot, but if I fly in complete silence, it's awkward sometimes. Like, there's one thing that bugs me about videos, and especially tutorials. Like, I'm going to show you how to follow this VOR, and then they'll say, we're going to set the VOR card to here. And then there's silence for like 3 or 4 minutes. It's super awkward. So, I try not to be that way. I'm awkward in different ways. Alright, looking back at the lake, can't really see anything, but let's turn this way, go around the mountain. That icon, there's an airport. We're not going to land at airports. That must be off the water, though. Can we see where that airport is? Come on. Where's that airport? Is it off the water? Oh my, that's far away. It's not even on the map. Oh, no, it's in the mountain. Interesting. Might have to come back here and land at some of these little airports. Another mountain, another lake it looks like. What's your elevation? 7,000 feet. The peaks are 10,000 feet. Let's go over here to this plateau and see what's happening, and then we'll wrap this one up shortly. So for that, let's hop outside. Ooh, look at those little villages along the highway. Everything is very tight to the highway. Under the wing too, the left wing. Big highway goes through there, everything's along the highway. Oh, look at these little mountain villages. But yeah, see how the scenery up close looks amazing, but then those mountains in the distance looks way too satellite-y. And like I said in previous videos, I know how it works. I know all the scaling works. It's just you kind of notice when they mix scales and types of the scenery data. Look at that. See, it looks kind of weird, but again, shouldn't complain because even if you do another simulator with the best you can do and spend hours and hours in hard drive space doing it, it doesn't look as good. And this is all default to the sim. I have 0 mods. I plan on running 0 mods as long as I possibly can, because all the time and effort and money I spent on other simulators still never came up to this quality, and this is free. And the airplanes for me are just fine for the way we fly. So, a couple lakes there, gaining elevation before the plateau. That's pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, there's a valley right over you. I like it. Probably too late to see from the aircraft. Oh, maybe if we look out the sides, we can see. There we go. A little bit of a glacier path there. Very cool. Any minute now, the co-pilot will tell us we can be done if we want to be. And then in the flat, more vast, flatter area, there you have the city. So actually we are going to add some time to this trip and go over here, just because there's a lot of stuff going on there. We will come down below the clouds and look at all those POIs. Not all of them, but a lot of them. That Zilly icon, that's a city icon. POIs have different icons. Alright, let's come down now, bring back throttles. So we descend and we'll get nice and low. And we'll see what's going on here. So we got a city underneath us. There's a city there. Champterdrach or something? I don't know. And come on. Descend somewhat realistically, but not too realistically. There we go. There's some major cityage going on there. We're doing on speed. We're good. Let's hop outside. That looks fantastic. Oh, look at that. Going into the mountains. See that elevation of those lakes? Isn't that crazy? Then the mountain road going up to them. Oh, that must be a nice day trip, huh? Take that road up to the lakes from the city. Oh, man. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Now let's hop inside. Don't overspeed and break our aircraft. There's quite a bit of elevation here, too, actually. See the mountains and things. Yeah, see, so this stuff here looks way too satellite-y. Again, I shouldn't complain, right? Shouldn't complain. Especially since I started simming back when you just had vectors as your scenery. But we've been spoiled. Like over here, see how that looks amazing with autogen mixed with the satellite and everything? See that? But then you look over here, and it, no, I can't see nothing. It just looks like a satellite post-it note stuck to the ground. Alright, let's get, so you can leave whatever you want. We know. Like I said before, I wish there was a don't show co-pilot messages. Maybe there is now. There never used to be. But if I turn them off, we might not get our objectives and instructions from Jess when we have our flight training things. So I know we can leave. How many times are you going to tell us? See, the scenery here looks spectacular. Halogen mixed with satellite. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It is worth it to come in here. So all those things are cities. See those icons? Those are all city icons. Look at that. Power line. So there really isn't any like POIs here. Interesting. Because the POIs have like the map placement thing icon. You know, the little like bubble looking thing. The pin looking thing, that's what I'm trying to say. But these are all cities here. Look at this. This is fun. I'm glad we came down here. I'm glad that we came down here. Wow. Except the fog is at like ground level. Let's keep our speed up. Let's hop outside. Ooh, that looks cool, huh? Let's check out the sunset, maybe? We'll have to see which direction we're facing. I don't even know. Fantastic, isn't it? Wow. Can't see much though, because they've included some weather for us. So we're facing north, so that's sunrise. Yeah, 9 a.m. Alrighty, well, since we can't see anything, I think this is how we're going to end this leg. Looks like there's some mountains in front of us anyway. Or not leg, this is how we're going to end this discovery flight. So let's reset for the next one, and I'll see you in just a second. Situated on the island of Zealand, some 75 miles east of the Danish mainland, is Copenhagen, or Copenhagen, depends where you are from, the historic capital of Denmark. For centuries, one of the most important economic and cultural powerhouses of all of Scandinavia, Copenhagen today frequently is ranked highly for its quality of life, in part due to its striking architecture and many iconic landmarks. An aerial tour of the City of Spires offers you a wide range of sights to behold, both historic and modern. Meanwhile, to the east is the city of another masterpiece of modern design, the Øresund Bridge, which links Denmark to the nearby Swedish city of Malmö. Alright, here we go. Let's get in the air. What are we flying today? This is S-152. Very nice. Alright, again, starting outside of the aircraft. Let's not get too high. We'll do a low pass for now to check out these POIs here, and then we'll go nice and high for an overall view, if I remember to do that anyway. Just this airport behind us, the suburbs, if you would call it that. And then there's the mainland back there, I think. Yeah, there's a big bridge. We should probably remember to check out that bridge, huh? That's how we'll end the video if I remember to do it that way. Alright, so nice and low for now. I know we're outside of the airplane. Instead of inside, we'll hop inside right now. There we go. Checking things out. Look at the wind farm out in the water. Checking our speed as well. We'll keep our speed up, but we'll trim down so we don't climb. There we go. Look at the auto gen for Europe. Radisson. Is that even a Radisson Blue? Ooh. I used to work for the parent company, Radisson Blue. Doing some super secret stuff. Can't tell you. One of my many super secret jobs that sometimes I'll talk about. I've never told stories about Radisson Blue though, but there was some secret stuff there. There's the Opera House, looks like a helicopter landing pad. And then what's this? Castelletti, whatever. We'll hop outside for that one because we're already missing it. The castle, Rotterdam. Okay, let's hop outside. We're missing this thing. There we go. Not sure what that is. Have to look that up. Let's see. Let's go out here and circle around and come back with altitude, and then head over to that bridge if I can remember where it is. I think it's over there somewhere. All right. So let's do like some zigzags here. We got a bunch of stuff to see. Ooh, what's this? What is this? Where's my button? Where'd it go? I thought there's a marker for this thing. Anyway, we'll check this out anyway, whatever it is. Yep, there's a palace back there we'll go to. What do I know about Denmark? Nothing. Except for the exchange student from Denmark. I've told that story so many times. I've probably told that story 3 times about the exchange student from Denmark. I don't know if I should tell it again. I guess not everybody watches every video. I don't know. There's the palace, or a palace. Let's check that out, then we'll circle into there downtown again and get some altitude. And for some reason, I'm enjoying this more from the outside. Even though I just told you in the previous one that you do more from the inside for the immersion. Just something about it. Alright, let's climb up a little bit here. Start to get some altitude. Ooh, what's that? It's a cool looking building. Looking outside. Actually, look at those houses there. I like how there's like little houses surrounded by the big apartments. That is awesome. Can you imagine living there? Amazing that must be. Unless it's like a place for nuns or something. And then looking towards the east, right? Yeah, looking towards the east. Don't worry, we'll circle back in there. So here's a palace Fredericksburg Palace. Right there. Looking good. Alrighty, keep climbing here. Ketchup Airport. Alright, are we actually climbing? No. Nope. We're not climbing. Now we're climbing. Alright, so this we're going to go outside just because there are so many things to look at that'll be under the aircraft when we get there. Alright, look at this. There's City Hall, which is hard to see. We'll spin the camera around in a minute. I can't use the drone. Maybe I can. Is the airplane trimmed well enough I can use the drone? Maybe. Because my drone controls are on my yoke, so now the airplane's doing whatever it wants. However I left it, that's what it's doing. And it looks okay, it's just turning. That's fine. That's fine. There you go. Downtown Copenhagen. Very nice. It looks like jittery. What are my frame rates right now? High 40s, 50, 50, 40, 46, 45, 50. And they're fine. And the airplane is flying itself. Yep. Alrighty, there we go. Let's put the drone away and take control of our aircraft and head over this bridge. And that's how we'll end our flight here for Discover Copenhagen. These would make fun live stream flights, wouldn't they? I'm still going to see if I can live stream. Looks like my wife might not be going to Aruba in a couple. Well, by the time you watch this, she might have already been there, but whenever. At some point, my wife is or was supposed to go to Aruba. Not sure if she's going to make it because of some family emergency stuff going on, and if something happens, she doesn't want to be halfway down the side of the globe. If something happens, makes sense, right? And my plan was to live stream both Flight Sim and Minecraft during that time she's gone, because the kids will be in school. I'm taking that week off for myself. But if she's home and the kids are in school, we're probably just gonna do our own stuff. So we'll see if I live stream or not. You won't know until I do it or not do it. But anyway, I decided that because these Discovery flights will make great live stream videos. Anyway, let's head towards this bridge, and then that's how we'll end this. Let's hop outside with this camera. There's Ketchup Airport. And take a far away photo. I wonder if that wind farm is really there like that in real life, under the wing, or if that's just how the sim is putting it. Like the sim says, wind farm, and I was like, okay. Whoops, I put my yoke. Anywho. Alright, amazing. Should I quickly tell my Denmark story while we're heading out to this bridge, since not everybody watches every video? Alright, so back when I was 16, must have been 16 or 17 because I was driving. And I didn't get out much. That's why this is burned in my memory. You got a call at like midnight from this gal with a strong accent named Katrina. She's like, I'm here to be picked up at the airport. I'm like, I thought it was like, you know, scam call. Like, who are you? What the heck? Turns out my cousin's 6.5, 7 hours away from the city. We're having an exchange student come to live with them for 9 months or something. Why someone from Denmark would want to live in the middle of nowhere where the town population was like 12 and they're all my relatives, but whatever. And she was supposed to pick up at the airport, but because of the time changes and stuff, people had the day wrong. So my dad, being the super selfish, lazy person he was, like, I'm not going to the airport, you do it. So I drove to the airport. I must have been old, I must have been like 18. And on the phone, I'm like, what are you wearing? You know, it sounds weird now, but no cell phone, so I had to know, like, what are you wearing? Where are you standing before I could leave? Because there's no way to call back then. This was 80s, late 80s, something. And she's like, this is what I'm wearing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm standing by a pole, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, it's an hour drive from where, so I'll be there in an hour. So I got there, picked her up. She was super friendly, super nice. I was like, you know, super impressed. She spoke 7 languages, but most she had literally traveled to like 20 countries already. All these things. And well, so she stayed at her house because we weren't going to drive for 7 hours at midnight. So she stayed at her house. But my sister, who was jealous of everything, her boyfriend was staying the night too, and ended up talking to this gal till like 2 or 3 in the morning, and they hit it off pretty well. My sister got super jealous, which I thought was funny because why would she be jealous of an exchange student from Denmark who was only with us for 12 hours and leaving for the summer? We would never see her again, right? And anyway, so my sister got really mad. But later, I found out I made quite an impression on the gal because the entire time she lived with my cousins, like every weekend she would ask if I could go up there and visit her. And I didn't find this out till like 2 years later. But being the nerdy kid I was, scared of everything, and this gal from Denmark had a great impression of me. It was like my first time. That was like my coming of age story, which is not a coming of age story, but for me that was my coming of age story. I think that's why I tell it. But yeah, so there's my Denmark story. I've told it many times on this channel, but not everybody watches every video. Anyway, the co-pilot really wants us to leave apparently, because they keep telling us several times to leave. But there's our bridge, so that's how we're going to leave this. And let's do our third and final flight for this video. Let me load it up and I'll see you in a second. Alright, last flight for this video, Lofoten Islands in Norway. Here we go. Lofoten Islands are on the western coast of northern Norway. Despite being located within the Arctic Circle, the region's climate is relatively mild, allowing for skinny dipping in one of the world's most northerly population centers to thrive in the surrounding towns and villages. The scenery is predictably breathtaking, especially when seen from above. Mountains, beaches, lakes, and inlets are dotted around the archipelago. I practiced that word before. Still can't get it. And any aerial tour around these dramatic contrasts in terrain will quickly reveal why tourists flock to the area each year in search of natural beauty. They search for natural beauty, but do they ever find it? Are they talking about rejuvenating their skin for natural beauty and youth, or the mountains? Vague. Gotta love the English language. Let's get going. Alright, we're on float, so I don't think I have presets set up in this thing. Not a single preset, so I'm not gonna worry about... Why are they sending us into the mountains? Hang on a second. Let's look outside and see what we're looking at. Okay, there we go. Okay, well those are cities back there. And POI is here. So Stornopstenden is a peak, it looks like. This is gorgeous. We're just gonna stay down here. Or I mean, we're gonna stay through the mountains. Let me reset my throttles. There we go. Okay, props. This one has props. Okay. Yeah, so in case you weren't aware, those of you who don't have the simulator, was it... Gosh, which update was it? A few sim updates ago. I have to do something about this. Hang on. There we go. A few sim updates ago. Oh, no. I gotta put myself back here. Crap. Crap. I need to get my controls back. Hang on. I gotta get my presets. This will be 1. There we go. 1 and 7. Good enough. Okay. Was it 2 sim updates? Anyway, a few updates ago they added a bunch of planes. Well, they added a bunch of variations of planes. Planes that already existed. Oh, flaps are down too. Planes already existed, but they added float skis, roller skates, things like that. And this is one of them, and we haven't flown it yet. That's why my presets don't exist. That is on my list to do, to go through the new planes and do all that stuff. Set them up. Also, in Game of the Year edition, which should be coming out, I thought they said late November. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to add a bunch of planes there too. Which, for content, we'll probably go over the planes in detail and check them out. So look forward to that. Alrighty, are we flying beyond the islands? I don't know. I don't want to get too much altitude, because this looks amazing like this. But we gotta get around. So maybe we can go around here to the left. Yeah. Let's do that. But again, let's not get too much altitude either, so let's trim down. It looks like these are cities all around, cities and mountain peaks. What is your altitude right now? 1,700 feet. So what do you think these are? 3,000 feet maybe? Maybe a little higher. The village is down there. Again, I don't know anything about this place, so I will look up stuff later on the Google machine. Let's see. Where's zoom out on this? Not that one. Is it the inner one? There it is. So there's the islands. There's Norway, mainland Norway here. These don't look too much like islands. I guess they are islands, but they look more like just a peninsula with water in it. Anyway. Oh yeah. During every single live stream from the developers, people always ask, why can't you use Google Maps? Why do you have to use Bing Maps? And I can't tell if people are trolling or they don't understand that Bing is Microsoft, the flight simulator is Microsoft. They can't use Google. I mean, in some things in life, yes, competitors kind of have a symbiotic relationship and they can use each other, that type of thing, but Microsoft is not going to ever use Google anything. They're competitors. Maybe way behind the scenes, super deep, they've got like a backdoor deal or what? No, closed office deal or whatever. Closed boardroom deal. But for the main point, you're not going to use Google Maps in Microsoft Flight Simulator. No. I know you could say, well, the Pontiac Vibe GT used a Lotus powertrain, and the Subaru something rather, was it the Mercedes something rather, was actually built by Porsche. Everything says Porsche inside. Yeah, I know, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about maps, not performance cars. So, no. Anyway, there's my little tangent. This is cool. Little beach. I've done so much. Trollsfjorden. I've done so much. There's Selfie Fjorden. The Selfie Fjorden. I've done so much island hopping and island flying in Flight Simulator that this isn't super duper exciting for me. So we're only going to spend a couple minutes here, and then we'll be done. Probably when we get around this corner. There's Skjellfjorden. Just because I've done so much island hopping. Well, got some train turbulence underneath us here. I guess we can land at a beach since we have... How will you work? There's gear. We can land at a beach maybe since we have floats. And the last time we landed with the float plane, there's a big bug. Like was like maybe landing gear warnings and stuff, and that's been fixed. I wonder what's over there. Think we can climb fast enough to check that out? What do you think? No. There's no way we can climb that fast. Maybe. I just want to be silly and take a shortcut. Because we can. And we'll be done here in a minute. Oh, I wonder if there's a nest in that tree. Oh yeah, we can climb more. There's the train turbulence I was looking for. That's fun. And there we go. A fjord. Whoa. That turbulence. What do we got? Looking at the map down there. Yeah, there's no reason to go over those mountains. So let's go over here. Let's cut everything back and land at one of these beaches, and then we'll be done. Not sure where we're going to end up here because of our height and our speed. I could slip it, I guess. Slipping is so you can get down very quickly without gaining speed. I'll show you. I'm going to slip it. That's a lot of slips. That's probably more than realistic. But look at our speed drop while we drop. See? So instead of gaining speed while you drop, You lose speed while you drop quickly. See that? Big slip. Right, 100 feet. Ooh, like all the slip. Yeah, it's a little jittery in the sim, but alrighty, gear is up because we're gonna do a water landing. We're just gonna go along here until we find someone who will let us park. There we go. That building looks really nice. Flaps. It's a little early, I know. Flaps again. That water looks pretty intense. We should probably land at a different angle, but who cares?
Gears up for water landing.
Yep, I know.
Gears up for water landing.
We know gears up for water landing.
Gears up for
No
water
brakes,
landing.
obviously. And
Gears up for
no
water
reversers,
landing.
so we just have to ride this out.
Gears up for water landing. Gears up for water landing.
Yep, and now we're going to do a cool little drift, right?
Gears up for water
We're
landing.
drifting.
Gears up for water landing.
I know. Why does it keep saying that?
Gears up for
I
water
noticed.
landing.
Please, I thought they fixed that.
Gears up for water
So it
landing.
wouldn't do that to you.
Gears up
That's
for
what I
water
thought they
landing.
said.
Gears up for
And we're
water
trying to get over
landing.
that building, and we can't. Something's keeping us
Gears
from
up for
turning.
water landing.
So we're just gonna
Gears up for water
get
landing.
stuck. Okay, well, I have no control. That was another bug that I
Gears
thought
up
they
for water
fixed.
landing.
Yeah. I can turn right. I can't turn left.
Gears up for water landing.
That happened
Gears
with a
up for
diamond I
water
was trying to
landing.
fly for fun off camera. I could turn right but not left.
Gears up
I wonder
for
what's
water
going on.
landing.
Come on, you can do it.
Gears up for water landing.
No, now I can turn
Gears
left.
up for
Never mind.
water
It's just the way the wind was being interpreted.
Gears up for
Okay,
water
it's not
landing.
letting me. Whatever.
Gears up for water
Whatever.
landing.
Alright, that's gonna do it for us. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah,
Gears
see you in the
up
next
for water
video. We'll do the
landing.
last two. See you in a little bit.
Gears up for water landing.